Hi everyone! If you've ever had difficulty with teaching kindergarten music, then make sure to watch this video. I have some tips for you. Hi everyone! I'm Aileen Miracle from Mrs. Miracle's Music Room, and today I'm going to talk to you about transitions in the kindergarten music room. I'm actually in my backyard right now. It's a beautiful day, and I thought I would go ahead and record outside. So, kindergarten music can be kind of its own beast. It's, its own thing. It's a little bit different than all the other grade levels. Actually, my first year of teaching, this was actually my first day of teaching ever. I had to teach a kindergarten class that had like 28 or 29 students in it, which is a lot for kindergarten. On top of that, I had them for 40 minutes, and I didn't quite know what I was doing as a first-year teacher teaching kindergarten, so this was really tricky. And then later in the day, I looked at my schedule and realized I had the same exact class again on the same day for another 40 minutes, which I think they did because they thought, oh, that's how we'll give that teacher her planning, the kindergarten teacher her planning, but it was obviously very tricky for me. And I think, if I remember correctly, because this was quite a while ago, we did fix it later in the year, but it was definitely a trying experience. And then at the end of that year, I started my Kodály Level 1 at Capital University, and it was really life-changing, really transformative. And that's where I learned about transitions. I'm going to share with you today my 3 favorite types of kindergarten music transitions. So, definition of transition. The definition of transition, just in general, is the process of changing from one state or condition to another. So, in the music classroom, I would say that a transition is the process of changing from one song or activity to another. So the first transition I'm going to talk to you about today is the story transition. This is one of my favorites for the kindergarten music room. So the idea of a story transition in the kindergarten music room is to kind of connect 2 different songs or 2 different chants through a story. So let's say you start with BB and then the next activity you're doing is, or the next song you're doing is Apple Tree. So you could connect the 2 by saying that after you go through BB and play the game and do all that, then you could say, the bee's hive was in an apple tree. Do we know a song about an apple tree? And then go ahead and go into Apple Tree. I have also taken like an entire lesson and have done transitions all throughout that kind of like threaded all of the songs and activities into one big long story. A great one to do that with is Engine Number 9. So you can, go on Engine Number 9 and then go visit Lucy Locket and then hop on the train again and go to an apple orchard, that kind of thing. So I made up a meme a few years ago because I was just kind of laughing at myself as I was writing a lesson. The mom is, yes, Lucy Locket really did take a trip on Engine Number 9 where she was stung by a bumblebee. True story, I swear. So just to kind of laugh at myself as I was writing this lesson, but it can be a really great way to thread everything together. I try to not overuse it so that not everything is a story, but it is definitely a great go-to. My second favorite type of transition for the kindergarten music room is a category transition, and this is just a really simple way to, again, thread 2 songs or activities together. So, for example, if you're doing bear hunt and then you're going into grizzly bear, then after bear hunt you could say, do we know another song about a bear? And then they can come up with grizzly bear. Or if you're doing We Are Dancing, which is about a wolf, and you're going into grizzly bear, then you could do something more general like, what types of songs do we know about animals? And what's great about this is they really come up with quite a few. Some maybe they learned from you, some maybe they didn't. Like they might come up with Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and that's totally fine. But they really kind of have to search their memory for all of the different animal songs they know. And then when someone says the song that you're looking for, you can say, yeah, why don't we do that one? So that's just a really fun way to do it. And also you could do something like, if you're working on speaking voice and singing voice, then like let's say after doing Engine Number 9, you could say, what other chants do we know where we use our speaking voice? And then they might come up with BB or 2, 4, 6, 8 or whatever your next one is. So that's the category transition. And then the last type of transition that is my favorite is just Simon Says. This is really simple. Let's say you've just done a song where you're sitting down singing and then you need them to stand up in a circle. You could say, Simon says, touch your head, and everybody touches their head. Simon says, clap your hands. They all clap their hands. Simon says, touch your knees. Clap your hands. And then inevitably you'll have some students who will clap their hands. And then you can say, Simon says, stand up. Simon says, get into a circle if you're not already in a circle. And then boom, you're off to your next song or activity. So it's just a really great way to keep them engaged. Instead of saying, boys and girls, the next song we're going to do, I need you to be in a circle. Do you think you could make a circle? Everybody stand up. Like, I really try to talk as little as possible. So it's a good way to keep them active and engaged, and you're not talking to them, and they're working on their following directions. I have a 4-year-old, almost 5, who will be in kindergarten next year, and I know that she needs to work on her following direction, skills. So that's a great way for kindergartners to work on following directions. So those are my 3 favorite types of transitions for the kindergarten music room, and I will be doing a video soon for upper first and second grade, and then third, fourth, and fifth grade. So they were the story transitions, the category transitions, and Simon Says. If you'd like to see how these transitions might look in a lesson plan, I will link below to a free kindergarten lesson plan that I have in my TPT store to see how it looks when you thread them all together. I do also have lesson plans for kindergarten that you can purchase. If you really like the free lesson plan and you like more of that, then you can see more lesson plans threaded together with transitions. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day.